What's up, YouTube? It's Boston, and today is the day. Warzone Season 2 goes live in just a few short hours. And just in case you haven't heard anything about this, well, I got you covered. Let's get right into it. All right, so here we go. This is from our friends at Gaming Intel. This is a brief synopsis of everything that is to come for Season 2. So, we got patch notes, first starting with the weapons. We're getting 5 new weapons in Season 2. And all of these weapons will be available later today. And here they are. It's going to be a crossbow, ISO Hemlock. Those are marksman and assault rifles. The KV broadside, another shotgun, and another melee knife, it looks like. So that's going to be cool. And in addition to those weapons, we're going to have 2 more that drop mid-season, another marksman rifle, and lethal equipment. So I'm very interested to see that. We're not going to click on the how to unlock all the Season 2 weapons in game. We're not going to do that right now. We'll go back to that. Also, we're going to get new multiplayer maps. That's going to be cool. So Zaya Observatory, if you play Warzone, you know what that's like. That's like the dome, per se. That's like the hot drop when you come off the plane. So that's going to be a multiplayer map. So that's going to be interesting. Airport, that's in there. Al Malik International, that's going to be a new multiplayer map. Very, very excited about that. They're bringing back Museum. So that's going to be cool. If you remember Museum, they had a kind of little copyright type thing that happened that made them take it away. And finally, they got that back. So that's going to be back. And then fan favorite from way back in the day, Dome. I'm very excited about this. I'm not a huge multiplayer fan. I mainly do the BR, but Dome, I'm definitely gonna check that out. New operator, or shall you say, a new old operator, Ronin, making his return in Modern Warfare 2 as part of the Season 2 Battle Pass. Now we're gonna get into the Season 2 Battle Pass. Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2's second Battle Pass is also dropping later today, offering up, as always, 100 tiers of rewards for players. So, I'm not going to click on how the new Battle Pass works, because basically it's just like you got to earn tokens to unlock things. The more you unlock, the more tokens you get. I still wish they kind of changed this back to how the old Battle Pass was, because to me it's really confusing. But the cool thing is, if you have any unused Battle Pass tokens from Season 1, they actually carry over to Season 2, and you'll start with those in your stash. So if you usually buy or whatever like that, you won't have to buy as many because you'll have left over from Season 1. So that's pretty cool. I like that. New modes, 5 new modes available today. You got Grind, Gun Game. So Gun Game, if you remember, you go in there, shoot and kill, you up the gun until like the end. So that's pretty cool. They're bringing back that. Hardcore mode, super pumped about that, because if you remember this season, they had mainly core, and then they introduced this thing called Tier 1, which was like uber hardcore in my opinion. So I'm glad they're actually bringing back actual hardcore. That's going to be easy enough to rank up guns. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Infected is coming back, and the big thing for multiplayer, and I know this was huge during MW19. Well, they didn't really have ranked during MW19, but Vanguard. So if you want to be like a CDL pros and stuff like that, you have ranked play coming in on multiplayer. 200 top 250 leaderboard. They have all a bunch of different ranks, so that's going to be really cool. Also, mid-season, for premium game owners, they're dropping 3 new modes for that. You got All or Nothing, Drop Zone, and one in the Chamber. So that's going to be cool. Audio changes for multiplayer. Multiplayer is getting new audio tweaks as Infinity Ward introduces further advanced audio occlusion to the game. Weapon balancing. Now, I'm going to put this in quotes because you know how they say that they do weapon balancing. I'm not. We'll see. One of the most anticipated updates in MW2 and Warzone Season 2 is its weapons balancing. While we don't know what's to come just yet, some of Warzone 2's most overpowered weapons need a serious nerf. We've seen quite enough the RPK Infinite combo, and players are calling for the return of the one-shot sniper in Battle Royale. So we will see if that actually happens. I have heard the RPK is gonna get a nerf. We'll find out tomorrow how bad that nerf is, or if they actually do the Fennec, all that stuff. I told people this on stream the other day. If you're a fan of the RPK like me, this is always why you go into multiplayer and rank up every possible gun you can. That way, if they do nerf it and it's not as powerful, you can go to the next one that you like. I'm a big believer in there is no thing as a meta. In my mind, use the gun you like. Anyway, moving on. Warzone Season 2 patch notes. So here's the patch notes. This is what we're looking for. The return of Resurgence. I know later on stream, over on my Twitch page, we will be playing the Ashika Island all stream. So I'm looking forward to that. I have my hesitations, but I won't get into that here. Ashika Island is Warzone 2's first new map, and it will be available in both Battle Royale and DMZ modes. The map features World at War's castle as a POI, that's pretty cool, as well as residential areas, a port, a beach club, and more. Ashika Island offers fast-paced close-quarters combat and will be a welcome return to the Resurgence modes. It also brings these following features. New contract, search and seizure, a new public event, data heist, new feature, restore honor, where you will pick up dog tags from kill players for a small cash boost, and a UAV ping, and a new AI soldier, the Rusher, which most certainly will be broken because the AI in Warzone and DMZ is way too overpowered and broken. Anyway, check out a full breakdown of Ashika Island here. I will be clicking that after we just do this. Here's the map if you haven't seen it. Here's the map. You got farms, town center, castle. That's what we were talking about. Beach club, the port, shipwreck, and residential. There are underwater areas in this map, so that's going to be pretty cool. And it looks like there's an even popular returning Warzone 2 mode that's in the game files, but is yet to be announced. So they still have some things to tease. So we'll do a little breakdown of Ashika. Oh, that's actually literally gotta scroll up. Hello, and then we'll go back. So yeah, if you're not huge on the Ashika Island, this is it. The Resurgence map locations and POIs. The castle, town center, beach club, farms, residential. We just showed you that. Here's the breakdown of the areas on Ashika. First featured in Call of Duty World at War and later remastered in Vanguard, Castle is set in a Japanese fortress during World War II. Fits the Japanese theme of Season 2, Ashika Island making it a great location to bring back. Castle will be the only be a POI in Ashika Island and isn't coming to Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer as a separate map, as it was in Vanguard. Town Center. Navigate through the market. Many stalls as you make your way through Town Center, located right next to the sea. Not a lot of information there. Beach Club is just a fancy trip to the beach. This is where you can dive underwater or head inside the beach club if you want to take cover. This is the underwater I was telling you about. Use the underground waterway. You can use the water tunnels connected to Ashika Island as a stealthier way to get around. I don't know about you guys, but I love using the water in Warzone 2. And here's the attack map again. So that is Ashika Island. I'm looking forward to playing it. Also kind of hesitant because it's developed by the same people that developed Fortune's Keep, and I was just way overwhelmed senses wise on Fortune's Keep. So we'll see. Changes to DMZs. Warzone 2's DMZ mode is getting a full reset, which a lot of people are not happy about because they grinded their ranks and grinded for their guns and stuff, and the developers are just like, yeah, no, you're going back to square one. So that sucks. I never actually played DMZ, so whatever. So yeah, what's more, a new Crown faction is coming to the game. However, only MW2 owners will have access to their missions. So if you play Warzone and DMZ for free, I'm sorry, you're out of luck. Activision is also making changes to the existing faction missions, changing them to make them more accessible and less of a grind early on. DMZ players now infiltrate Al Mazrah in a series of improved spawn points. I know, again, haven't played it. If you're a DMZ player, I'm sure this is huge for you. I know there's been a lot of controversy about the spawn points, so they're saying they're improving this. This is huge for me because I'm sick and tired of 2v2s. Gulag, now back to the original Warzone 1 with 1v1, and the jailer, adios, see you later. The Al Mazrou Gulag has seen some changes that will better suit the arena to a 1v1 gunfight, and there's a new array of weapons and ground loot available to get your hands on. So, instead of just having a pistol or a shotgun, you're going to be like old Warzone 1, submachine guns, ARs, all that stuff. Cash has also been added to the ground, and more money is granted for you. If you win, you will come out with more money than you went in. So you can just they're trying to speed this up. They're trying to speed it up because a lot of people have been complaining about the slowness of it. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to speed this up to get your loots and stuff like that. Moving on, this is what I'm talking about. Looting changes. Say goodbye to kill streak spam, as medium and large backpacks are now gone. See you later, get them out from Warzone. All players now drop with a small backpack as well as an armor plate vest with 3 slots. So the 3 plate vest, that's gone. You start with it. So now you're really going to have to tune how you use the backpack and how you utilize that. So no large backpack where you can get like 8 kill streaks. Bye-bye. See you later. Loot dropped by players will now spill onto the ground in front of them, and all containers will also drop floating loot rather than lock you into a menu. So how you used to loot the backpacks, that's gone. Warzone 1, again, it's just going to fall out on the ground. So that's going to be cool. Cash piles found from ground loot have a minimum value of $800, and cash register piles will now contain a minimum of $500, which was previously $100. So I'm glad they're upping the ante on the ground loot cash. Again, this is going to make buying your loadout even faster. Speaking of loadouts, as we move on, loadout drop prices at the buy stations are getting a slight price reduction as our primary weapons that you purchase outright. What's more, buy stations will now have an unlimited stock of the loadout drop markers on sale, which I know that annoyed me, especially playing solos. You go to a buy station, you're like, yeah, I can get a loadout, and then you find it bought. So now it's unlimited. You can buy, just keep on buying if you want. I don't know why you buy more than 2, but whatever. Also, loadout drop events will take place on both the 1st and 5th circle of each match, providing one more chance to get your custom weapons for free, and there's even a small chance of finding a loadout drop marker while looting for lucky players, just like they did on Caldera. So that's going to be interesting. Stronghold and Black Slate changes. Now that loadouts are more readily available, Strongholds are getting some tweaks. New loot will be present in the highly contested locations, ensuring that players don't lose interest in the AI hotspots. Speaking of AI, there are some big changes to computer controller opponents that you should be aware of. This is what people have been clamoring for, because the AI, like I said earlier, is way too overpowered. So they're going to adjust that. How are they going to adjust it? We're going to read on. Adjustments have been made to AI combatant damage, making computer control enemies less lethal in both Battle Royale and DMZ. We'll see. The number and type of enemies that spawn in-game have been tweaked, and their accuracy at range has been reduced. We'll see. AI will still be a threat to be respected, but it should no longer be quite so deadly. I know that I was sick and tired of getting crushed by bots. Just terrible. I hate it. Custom perk packages. This is huge, because up until this point, we had to take what the game was giving us, but now we can customize it just like Warzone 1. As it says, like in Warzone 1, perk packages are available to edit once again in Warzone 2 Season 2. While previously players were locked to preset packages, some of which gave a huge advantage in-game, now players will be selecting their perks manually. Huge. However, not all the perks will be available right away, with more being reintroduced over time. Plate movement speed. This is how they're speeding up the movement. Please no slide canceling. I don't want that anymore. But plate movement speed. Players will now see a slight increase to movement speed while plating, allowing them to escape enemies while healing up. Plating players will also be able to burst through doors while plating up if they want to take cover. Huge, because now you can't run. And if you try to go through a door, you have to stop. You got to hit the button. You got to slowly open the door. It's a mess. So that I'm looking forward to this. Redeploy drones. They're back. Think of these as the balloons from Warzone 1, aka Caldera, aka Rebirth, aka Fortunes. They're now drones. Fans will recognize these features from Warzone 1, as I just said, as they were known as redeploy balloons. These locations will be exclusive to Ashika Island, not going big map. Thank you. Just to the island, where they'll allow players to grapple into the air and redeploy their parachutes to move around the map faster. So we'll be interested to see how that plays. Also big, before this update goes down, if you want to remember how many wins you have, write it down, because they're all going to get scratched. Finally, the long-awaited combat record feature, which allows players to view their in-game stats, will be available later today when the update goes. Pumped. Activision assures fans that combat records will arrive in Season 2, finally allowing us to see how we're performing in the game. However, and this is what I just said, however, bear in mind that your stats will only track from Season 2 onward. Okay? All right. And then up here, don't mind the time. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. So it's gonna be interesting. Like I said, I'm looking very much forward to this. The update goes live, as you saw down here. Of course, I scrolled by it. So the update goes live later today in a few hours. It goes live at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon, and then 5 p.m. over across the pond. So that's going to be... They have a chance. They have a chance. So will this make Warzone playable again? Who knows? What will this do with the increase in speed? I'm excited for that. I'm excited for combat stats. I know I have to write down my stats of how many wins I have before this thing goes live tomorrow, so I can like tally it and, you know, whatever. So there you have it. If you were living under a rock, or you just been so busy with everything going on and you missed what's coming in Season 2 in a couple hours, there it is. There you have it. I thank you guys for watching. As always, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, I offer you to subscribe. It's free, just like a follow on Twitch. No money cost. It doesn't cost you a cent to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here on my YouTube, I post shorts daily, Monday through Friday. I will post long-form videos of things like this, as well as cool game stuff that happens. I'm actually going to be posting one tomorrow of a PR I set in a solo game in which I got a dub. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, when you do subscribe, if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the little bell notification so you know when I post these videos. Oh, also, I go live here on YouTube every Monday. Starting this coming Monday, it will be all NASCAR. I race NASCAR as well as play Call of Duty. So if you're a fan of racing, you want to see me dolled up in a helmet and fire suit, come on by. I'll welcome you. And as always, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think this is going to be great for the game? Do you think this is going to be like, whatever? Are you still not going to play the game because you still think it's broken? You know, let me know. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I will definitely catch you next time.